Good evening. I'm Mike Polframan, Chief Executive at Jersey Hospice Care. I'd like to offer a very warm welcome to Hospice and our Light Up a Life remembrance event. Although we're not together in person this evening, know that we join people all around the world celebrating Light Up a Life, remembering their loved ones and supporting their local hospice. It's a privilege to care for each and every one of our patients, your loved ones, at what can be a very difficult time. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your continued support that helps us to care for our patients today. We are very grateful. As we switch on the Christmas tree lights at Hospice later this evening, you're invited to join us in lighting a candle to light up a life, in memory, in celebration, and in honour of the precious people who we love and miss. Be assured you're not alone. Be comforted that you and those you love are not forgotten. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stay safe and stay well this Christmas.
In honour of the special memories you hold in your heart, now, this Christmas and always, we place your dedications on our memory Christmas tree and remember together. As this festive season begins, we take this time to cherish and celebrate the memories of our loved ones and hold them close. During the lighting of each of our 5 candles at Hospice, we invite you to take a moment to reflect quietly as we hear 5 different readings. The first candle represents our grief. The pain of loss is intense and it reminds us of the depth of our love. You will now hear a quote from Lexi Barrett from Scribbles and Crumbs.
As far as I can see, grief will never truly end. It may become softer over time, more gentle, and some days will feel sharp. But grief will last as long as love does, forever. It's simply the way the absence of your loved one manifests in your heart, a deep longing accompanied by the deepest love. Some days the heavy fog may return, and the next day it may recede once again. It's all an ebb and a flow, a constant dance of sorrow and joy, pain and sweet love.
The second candle represents our courage to confront our sorrow, to comfort each other, to change our lives. You will now hear a poem by Maria C. Dawson, Courage in the Wake of Loss Affirmation.
I savour each moment because I do not know exactly when a heavy gust or breeze might blow. Should it be today, I'll shed my sorrow in a tear, while my courage battles the uncertainty I fear. Dreadful emotions for which I can't prepare will likely taunt me with sporadic despair, but I'll be patient amid the highs and lows, for that is the process by which grieving goes. I will accept my fate in spite of the stress and strain, ignoring should-haves and could-haves and would-haves to rid my pain, as with the sun's radiance on my thirsty skin, restore in due time my contented grin.
The third candle we light in your memory for the times we laughed, the times we cried, the times we were angry with each other, the silly things we did, and the joy. You will now hear a quote from Christopher Walken.
Someday you will be faced with the reality of loss, and as life goes on, days rolling into nights, it will become clear that you never really stop missing someone special who's gone. You just learn to live around the gaping hole of their absence. When you lose someone you can't imagine living without, your heart breaks wide open, and the bad news is you never completely get over the loss. You will never forget them. However, in a backwards way, this is also the good news. They will live on in the warmth of your broken heart that doesn't fully heal back up, and you will continue to grow and experience life, even with your wound. It's like badly breaking an ankle that never heals perfectly and still hurts when you dance. But you dance anyway with a slight limp, and the limp just adds to the depth of your performance and the authenticity of your character. The people you lose remain a part of you. Remember them and always cherish the good moments spent with them.
The fourth candle we light for love. Day by day we cherish the special place in our hearts that will always be reserved for you. We thank you for the gift your life brought to each of us. You will now hear a poem by Jamie Anderson, themindsjournal.com.
Grief, I've learned, is really just love. It's all the love you want to give but cannot. All the unspent love gathers up in the corner of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and in that hollow part of your chest. Grief is just love with no place to go.
This fifth candle is for hope. It reminds us of love and memories of you that are ours forever. You will now hear a reading of an extract from the book This Too Shall Pass. Stories of Change, Crisis, Hopeful Beginnings by Julia Samuel.
If we have no hope of light at the end of the tunnel, it is extremely difficult to bear the pain and distress of the process. We are more likely to have hope if, in our experience, our hopes have been realised. If, however, our hopes have been regularly dashed, it is likely the story we tell ourselves is negative, often using absolutes like never and always. Then we will find it hard to trust that this time we will get through it. We need hope to sustain us, and without it we are unlikely even to attempt the change. We would like to give ourselves the amount of hope that will be matched by the outcome of our dream. Unfortunately, we can't control hope, and we can't protect ourselves from the pain of loss should our dreams fail by having less hope in the beginning. From the research of American psychologist Charles Snyder, in understanding how hope operates, it is helpful to recognise it is not just an emotion, although emotions support it. Hope is about how we think. It has three parts: the capacity to set realistic goals, the ability to work out how to achieve them, including the adaptability for a backup plan, and finally self-belief.
We will now pause and reflect as we listen to some music.
The lights on the Christmas tree in the gardens at Hospice are now switched on in recognition of your grief, courage, memory, love and hope.
As this year's Light Up a Life event comes to a close, we invite you to join us and light a candle at home in memory of your loved ones who are no longer with us. During this closing time of reflection, dedications to loved ones are shared on the screen. Thank you for joining us to share this time together and remember all those we have loved and lost.